video is sponsored by Comic Book Pressing. Use the code MightyComicsGuy for one free regular priced press when submitting 3 books or more. What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence, the Mighty Comics Guy, back with another video. And today I thought I'd do something different and pick out 10 books in my collection which may or may not increase in value. These are 10 books that I think could be spec books or books that are already have gone up in value with high speculation. There's no rhyme or reason how I picked them out other than they're books that I hear rumblings on, that I already have movies planned on, or books that I think could be the next characters in the MCU or DCU. So without further ado, I'm going to show you my first 10. Later on in another video, you may get another 5. So let's start it off. The first one is a recent pickup for me. It is Eternals number 2, which is the first appearance of the Celestials. And we all know that Marvel's got an Eternals movie right around the corner. So this book has already gone up in price. And after we see them pop up on the big screen, you may see a bigger bump up. So I know the Celestials have already been mentioned in other MCU movies and in Endgame. So the next book, I am proud to own 2 copies of this book, and I know it has been a spec book for about a year already, when people have been thinking that this character may show up in Endgame. It is Fantastic Four Annual number 6. There you go. I have 2 copies of this. Definitely a hot book. I've seen it on eBay jump up in price recently. If you guys haven't picked it up, it's still definitely relatively inexpensive. Both of these copies I picked up for under $100 each. Well under 100. So they're also lower to mid-grade copies. So first appearance of Annihilus, by the way. Definitely, though, a book to look to pick up if you don't own it already. The next one I know has also jumped up in price, even though we haven't seen this character in the MCU yet. It is called The Man Called Nova number 1. Now that the Avengers and Marvel have gone, cosmic, it's only a matter of time before you see Nova in the MCU. Anybody who's seen Endgame knows how it ends. I'm not going to spoil that for you guys, but definitely look to pick this book up if you find it. This is a pretty nice copy, very fine condition. Definitely worth picking up first Nova. The next one, it definitely is spiked recently, but I was happy to pick this one up like 6 or 7 months ago. It is Avengers number 8, the first appearance of Kang the Conqueror. There was a lot of speculation you were going to see him in Avengers Endgame. Didn't happen, but I still think where the MCU is going, you're going to see Kang sooner rather than later. That's probably an under $200 book still in mid-grade, so definitely affordable. Next one is getting out of range, but I think is going to take a little bit of a dip considering you didn't see this character, and it is the first appearance of Galactus, Fantastic Four 49. Still a book that I would definitely pick up because it's only a matter of time. He's definitely coming, guys. We know it. I actually own a graded copy and an ungraded copy of this book, so I do have 2 copies, and well worth the pickup. You can definitely still find this book for under $300 in mid-grade, in my opinion. I've seen it. I pick them up every time that I can when I can afford them. The next book I'm going to say is definitely worth picking up and an honorable mention, which I'm going to show you now. First one is the Submariner number 1. This is in a CGC 5.5. Sorry about the glare right there. But again, such an inexpensive book. You could get this for $100, $150. This is the first Silver Age Submariner. No, it's not. I apologize. This is the first Submariner in his own book. Fantastic Four number 4 is the first Silver Age Submariner. But either way, this one, if you can't afford Fantastic Four number 4, which a lot of people can't, I don't even own it, this is a nice substitute. And if you don't like Submariner number 1, here is another one. Iron Man and Submariner number 1. Either one of these books is a definite pickup in my opinion, because it's only a matter of time before you see Submariner. He's one of the bigger characters from Marvel, in my opinion. I know they don't own the rights specifically to him, but I do believe that he will show up sooner rather than later. put this one down. All right, now we get into the bigger books. A book that has already been rumors for this character to be remade, and it is Tomb of Dracula #10, the first appearance of Blade. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be a movie or a TV series for this character, but either way, still an inexpensive book. I think I paid just over $200 for this book at this point. I actually have a raw copy that is being graded at the right at this very moment at CGC, so I haven't gotten that one back yet. But either way, a big time character gonna appear in either a movie or a show relatively soon. That's a big one for me. I definitely think he's already been in movies and stuff like that with Wesley Snipes back in the day, but it's gonna get remade. I'm gonna call this one a tie. Fantastic Four #67, the first appearance of him, which later becomes Adam Warlock. This one is a CGC 5.5 off-white pages. I'm going to call this a tie with Thor 165, which is the first full of Adam Warlock out of the cocoon. You guys decide which one is the hotter book. When I got this book, this wasn't that hot. Now it's a lot more hot, and it's consequently gone up in price. Same with Thor 165. I kind of like that cover better, but I do think this is, in my opinion, the true first of him. And we've already seen the Cocoon in the MCU, so we'll see how the MCU handles it. All right, two more classic books that are a little bit more expensive, but definitely, if you can afford it, I suggest picking both of these up. First one is Werewolf by Night #32, first appearance of Moon Knight. One of my favorite covers for this age of Marvel books. Just a classic blue, yellow, red, and then Moon Knight being white is just such a beautiful cover. I do eventually think we're going to see this character, although I do think it's going to be quite a bit. But this book has already been skyrocketing. I mean, when I bought it, I got a deal. I paid $500 for this book at one point. I've seen them online for the same grade going for $800 now. So, but if you guys could pick this up in a mid to even lower grade or high grade, wherever you guys can afford, I definitely think that this book is worth picking up because we are going to see him eventually. Don't know when, but it's going to happen. And my final book has already skyrocketed in price. I do think that it's still worth picking up if you can get it at the right price. I actually own 2 copies of this book. One is a really, really low grade that's being graded as we speak, and it is Fantastic Four #48, the first appearance of the Silver Surfer and a cameo of Galactus. So I know a lot of guys have already speculated on this book now that Marvel owns Fox characters, and this book is probably worth around $1,100 as we speak in this grade 4.5. It's still in the old case, which is fine by me. I don't care. But if you can get your hands on a lower grade copy that's affordable and under value, definitely pick it up because I only see this book going higher and higher. If you can't get this book, 49 and 50 are still great books to own. I own both of them, as you've seen 49, and I do have a Fantastic Four #50, which is also a beautiful cover, brown covered book. So that's my top 10 in my collection that are speculative. I do have more, and I'll be putting out another video about 5 books that are not as highly priced, but are just as good. So, guys, thanks for watching this video. This is Lawrence the Mighty Comics Guy saying subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and I'll talk to you guys soon.